Lunaverse, Rainbow Double Dash. Chapter 6, Great Guard Pony, Bushel of Carrots. Chapter 2, Crazy Carrot Craziness. Lyra canted through the streets of Ponyville, twisting with nervous airs as he made for the post office. It was a little before noon, the sun moving towards the zenith point in the sky, as he weaved past the ponies who were on their way inside for the traditional noontime break. Normally, she'd do the same and wait for her friend Ditsy to make the afternoon deliveries, but today she wanted to go and pick up her post directly. Rumors had rumbled through the musician find that some juicy contracts might be coming down from the line from some of Equestria's neighbors. Some of the theaters in larger, more cosmopolitan cities would sometimes hire equestrian performers for an exotic flair, a practice shared by Equestria itself at times. So far, Lyra hadn't been lucky enough to be picked for such a prestigious opportunity. And every time she heard the rumors swirl, she would sneak down to the post office to see if any such requests were sent her way. A tingle of excitement ran down her spine at the thought of getting paid for such an adventure. To see some of the exotic cultures outside of Equestria, dazzle them with her music, sleep back home to Bonnie. The door to her Bonbon's confectionatorium was wildly wide open. The conquering hero Lyra striding through the door, wrapped in a traditional dress of elk. A deep blue vest of demonologic red embroidery patterns fit snugly across her chest. Manty's skirt draped across her loin and crop. I have returned from Elkheim, my love! I have slain the dragons, sung of glorious deeds, and climbed the highest boughs of the world tree! Oh, Lyra! Bonbon dramatically swooned, falling to Lyra's forelegs. I missed you so much while you were away. I was so afraid some elk would sweep you off your hooves. That would never happen, my love, Lyra cooed into her beautiful mare's ear. But I did learn some new things. She gave Bonbon's ear a playful nibble. Calic ad blum melandi about Hatten. Elkis, you fiend! What did you say, love? Lyra responded, moving her kisses down Bonbon's neck. Is the bridge between two hearts. Crash! Lyra's fancy was interrupted as she crashed into a cart that she completely missed while lost in romantic daydreams. Stumbling back from the point of impact, she shook the stars out of her head and looked to see who exactly she had run into. She did a double take at the smiling face of Carrot Top. The air-pony's smile was disturbingly wide. Left-side grin that split her muzzle like a tube-filled canyon. Lyra's stomach twisted as she took another shuddering step back. Carrot Top? She gasped. A horrible thought occurred to her. Are you okay? Is Dr. Crane back? Carrot Top giggled, shaking her head. Yep, I'm just helping Trixie. Got to go? Without another word, Carrot Top tore off. Her cart of supplies of blue flowers caroling loudly behind her. Blinking a few times, Lyra began heading for the post office again, a little quicker this time. Lyra stepped through the post office door, quickly turning to look at her friend. Dissy, you won't believe what's going on with Carrot. Top. She chilled off, eyes going wide what greeted her. A gray hoof was barely poking from a massive pile of mail and parcels, waving frantically as Ditsy's muffled cries drifted from within. It was an oddly familiar sight for Lyra, except for one thing. Seeing it atop that pile, somehow, was Carrot Top engaged in the most perplexing of loops. Moving over to a smaller pile, she picked up another parcel. Examining the address closely and placed it on top of the pile that had her friend buried. Apparently satisfied with her errors, Carrot Top nodded and reached for another item. What are you doing? Lyra shouted, running towards her, grabbing Ditsy's stuff. Can't you see she needs help? But I am helping. She pouted as Lyra dragged Ditsy from the distant layers. I'm moving the mail. The pout turned into an even deeper frown and began to sniffle. I just don't know what went wrong. You pushed the shelves over, Ditsy moaned as her head broke free of the stack. I wanted you to help me move some packages from the inbox to the front so I can deliver them. How are you even here? Asked Lyra, raising an eyebrow confused. I just passed you on the street. Oh, that was Carrot Top. Ditsy and Lyra both exchanged confused glances. But you're Carrot Top, Ditsy pointed out, as if this were the most obvious fact of the planet. It kind of was. That was Carrot Top. See, Carrot Top needed help helping ponies, so Carrot Top got help from Carrot Top, Carrot Top, Carrot Top, and Carrot Top. Then even more ponies needed help, so Carrot Top got help from Carrot Top, Carrot Top, and Carrot Top. Very confused silence descended from the mailroom. Lyra and Dizzy stared at this crazy-sounding mare before them, with furrowed brows and open mouths. Okay, Carrot Top, Lyra grinned nervously. Eyes wide, she puts Dizzy towards the door. We need you to stay right here and do not move at all. She grinned wider, and emphasis. Right here, okay? Okay. Banging Dizzy outside, Lyra gave a surprised yell, but her friends spun around, pressed her up against the wall.
Lyra, what's going on here?
I don't know, she moaned, nervously tapping her hose together. Passed her on the way here. She was riding a cart with blue flowers over to Trixie's. I was rushing over here to tell you about her when I saw her. She finished, leaning gesturing towards the building.
Blue flowers?
Dizzy blinked.
You didn't see what kind, did you? Because that Carrot Top is like this Carrot Top.
Trixie! Lyra yelped. A horrible thousand possible fates running through her head. Her host already carrying her across town. We gotta go!
Wait!
Dizzy yelled, rushing over her friend.
What about this one?
One of the more distinguishing features of the official residency of the representative of the Night Court of Luna was this rather large yard, and the wrought iron fence that blocked it in. Lyra and Dizzy could only stare at what now filled said yard from the front ends of the house, all the way to the fence. A veritable sea of distinctive blue flowers greeted their eyes, broken only by the yellow and orange mare that was planting more. The other Carrot Top hummed happily as she dropped another flower to the ground, began to work her way around to the side of the building. Carrot Top! Lyra gaped. What are you doing?
Making the art beautiful.
Carrot Top beamed, already beginning to take another hold. Trixie told me to surprise her.
With poison joke?
Dizzy asked, cocking her head slightly.
Carrot Top, have you forgotten what this stuff does to ponies? You're the one who taught us about it.
Carrot Top froze, looking to the hole she had just dug. No flowers she had already planted, then back to the hole. She repeated this process a few times, before a distant gate settled across her features and she stopped moving, seeming to have completely locked up. Changing a quick glance, the two ponies rushed to the side gate, throwing it open. They tore across the part of the lawn that was still safe, Lyra grabbing the earth pony and pulling her away from the flower field. Dizzy waved her hoof in front of Carrot Top's eyes, a deep frown crossing her muzzle when there was no response.
We need to get her, I guess both of them, to the hospital, she observed. You need help. Ah!
At the mention of help, Carrot Top had become animated again, pressing her face right up against Dizzy's, causing the gray Pegasus to yelp in shock as she stumbled back against the wall of the building.
Did you say you need help?
She shrieked to her companion with a manic grin.
You need help,
Dizzy cowered, folding her wings in front of her head like a shield. Good-Eye poking through a heap of pinion feathers. Yes! Lyra forcibly nodded, taking a few steps forward, placing a hoof on Carrot Top's withers. Listen to the Pegasus! You're not acting like yourself! Also, there's two of you, somehow.
Nope!
Carrot Top beamed, tossing Lyra's hoof with a roll over her shoulders. Gotta go help ponies! One of the office windows slid open, a disgruntled-looking Trixie sticking her head out.
Discords, mismatched horns, what is going on here?
She sighed. Her gaze moved from the forts of her friends to the field of pointed joke, eyes growing wide in disbelief.
And why is my lawn covered with poison joke?
Before an explanation could be provided, Carrot Top ran, jumping over the wrought iron gate with a kind of goofy bounce that would be more suited to Pinkie Pie. Their pointed took off, tearing through the streets like a foal on a day-long sugar bins. Lyra groaned. This is going to be one of those days.
2 Carrot Tops?
Trixie asked, quickly trotting along as her friends brought her up to speed. Are you sure?
Yes, Dizzy said simply. We left the other one back at the post office. Also, there might be more.
Trixie stopped suddenly, almost tripping over her own hose.
What?
She asked, voice flat, but the question still demanding somehow. Lyra shrugged. Well, she said that Carrot Top had needed help, so she had to go get help for Carrot Top, Carrot Top, Carrot Top, and Carrot Top.
Yep,
Dizzy nodded.
That other ponies needed help, so Carrot Top got help for Carrot Top, Carrot Top. I get it!
Trixie snapped, kneading her forehead with a hoof. Beginnings of a headache began to drill into her skull.
So, do we have any idea why we're dealing with a bushel of Carrot Tops?
Magic, Lyra said, nodded sagely. Trixie stopped, looking right at Lyra with a raised eyebrow. Lyra grinned sheepishly, rubbing the back of her head with the truth.
It's true! Of course it is. Trixie threw up her hose, but I was hoping you could narrow it down some.
I have no idea, Lyra commented, shaking her head. I didn't get a chance to check for any magic auras on her before she bolted.
Well, when we find her, we'll make sure we examine her properly this time,
Trixie muttered. A sound of anger erupted from a building a few streets over. Ditsy winced, floating into the air for a moment before drooping back down.
I think it came from the library.
With a synchronized ground, Trixie and Lyra began to make for the hollow tree, Ditsy flying along behind them. As they approached, they could hear loud bangs, crashes, and impacts echoing from inside the building. The front door slammed open. Lyra and Trixie skating to a stop in front as a Carrot Top came stumbling out of the building. Spotty sparkled right on her tail. The librarian had a pair of books brandished in her magic aura like some sort of manner of righteous sword. Her purple coat was marked with ink, a flurry of dates marked across her body from crest to crock. Withers to past stern. Well, Lyra said dryly, this won't end well. Carrot Top happily hummed to herself as she dropped another batch of grape seeds to the ground. Green Grape was working on the other same row, her steps full of pep as they came closer to finishing out the repairs. A soft smile crossed her muzzle. Everything had gone well today. So far, everything was going well today. She had definitely made the right decision.
Have you gone completely crazy?
Twilight shouted, finally whipping one of the books at Carrot Top, who ducked under the attack.
You were just supposed to stamp the cards in front of the books, not the whole book!
Hitting the ground, the book flopped open, revealing the interior pages that had been marked, much in the same way as Twilight's coat.
What happened?
Trixie said, suppressing a bit of a giggle. Twilight growled, and waving a hoof in front of Carrot Top. She came in, insisting on helping me at the library, so I told her to stamp the return dates on some of the returned books that I hadn't gotten to yet. She muscled to the fallen books, brow becoming even more frowned. And you can see what that led to. And what happened to you? Lyra asked, a raising eyebrow. I got annoyed. Twilight sighed. Sarcastically mentioned that she might as well stamp me with her logic. Which she did. She finished, glaring daggers at the mirror before her. Carrot Top seemed completely nonplussed by this. Instead, she just grinned and waved back.
Okay, Twilight, let me know if you need help again.
Turning to rust off to inflict her assistance on some poor resident of Plainville. She was interrupted by Trixie springing into action.
Get her!
Trixie shouted, jabbing a wolf the farmer's way. Lyra and Ditsy dove for Carrot Top, tackling the mare to the ground. Once again, Carrot Top proved to be too oddly agreeable for the offense that was swirling around him.
Hi, guys!
She grinned happily, the smile once again almost maniac. Do you need my help again?
Just hold still!
Trixie commanded. Her horn lighted up as she extended her magical senses forward. To her view, she could observe multiple magic auras, one light orange, the other pale green, swirling around her friend's form.
Transmutation and conjuration? That's an odd combination. Not what I expected at all.
Trixie began to pace.
I mean, logically, with the way she's acting, it'll be some kind of enchantment-based spell. Suggestion, maybe. Of course, that wouldn't explain the other ones. Conjuration aspect could explain the others. Mirror clones in a way. But whoever casts the spell would need to be around to maintain it.
Trixie, I hate to interrupt. Lyra frowned, looking skyward, but incoming. What? A moment later, a jasmine-colored blur crashed into Trixie, sending magician rolling end over end. Right, Trixie shook the stars out of her eyes, looking up into the face of raindrops. Pixie's eyes were wide, expressing panic. The overall effect was very out of character for her friend.
Raindrops?
Trixie frowned.
What? Just shut up and listen to me!
Raindrops snapped back.
Carrot Top is over at the weather station, helping out with the schedule, and creating like a complete and utter loon. It's not to create all over again. I just know it!
Rule that out already, Lyra commented. Something else strange is going on here.
How can you tell?
In response, Lyra just pointed at the Carrot Top she and Ditsy had pinned. Raindrop stared at the copy of her friend a few good minutes before looking back to Trixie with a raised eyebrow.
Explanation?
Still looking for one, Lyra sighed. We should probably round these Carrot Tops anyway. She frowned a bit. Then we can figure out which one's the real one.
Right.
Trixie muttered, rubbing her chin as she worked out a plan.
Lyra, you're with me on the ground. Right, Ditsy, you're going to work for a spot from above. Sparkle! I don't know. Think you could store the clones in the basement until we can work out what to do with them?
Twilight raised an eyebrow at first, a certainty hits on her fingers. But after a few minutes, she shrugged and most to the interior of the library.
Come on, Carrot Top. I need your help to catalog every speck of dust down there.
Not Carrot Top grinned, bouncing to her host as Lyra and Ditsy let her go. She followed Twilight back into the library, happy chatting away about all the things she knew about dust, while Twilight sighed. Raindrops shook her head, taking to the sky with a few flaps of her powerful wings. Ditsy right behind her.
So,
Lyra raised an eyebrow. Post office and Wyred Station first, then we look for the rest?
Yep, Trixie nodded. Shouldn't be that hard to find them, though. Just follow the annoyed ponies.
I hope the library has enough room in the basement for all this, Lyra sighed. Quickly tried for alongside Trixie as they began to trek to the weather station.
I mean, we still only have a vague idea of just how many doubles we have. We don't know what the cause is. This is why we need to round these doubles up quickly, Trixie carried,
leaving a huff and a half dismissive gesture.
Besides, just how many of these things can there be?
They're all the same. Pokey twisted, devastated, and now filled the town hall office. You filled out every form exactly the same. The tax forms, census forms, immigration forms, all the forms. One sort of stacks and drawers of documents were now scattered around the throne room. Paper smart with splatters of ink from Carrot Top's frenzy writing. The farm pony was sitting on the top of a stack of these completed documents. Wide grins on her muzzle, ink smears marring her coat.
Yes!
Carrot Top beamed, hopping off the stack, trying for the floor.
Y'all welcome! Alright, every pony, cheerily grinned. Let's stick together.
Among the citizens of Ponyville, Whitetail Wood was considered to be the safer of the two forested areas that surrounded the town. Devoid of the large, ever-free monsters and ill reputation, it was cheerily preferred to take the foals of her classes on nature hikes. Carrot Top stood behind the collection of foals, keeping an alert eye open. Shirley launched into her lessons.
Now,
she began, gesturing to a small series of fruit-bearing bushes growing by a large tree.
Do you know what this bush is?
Got it! Carrot Top beamed. Shirley blinked. Ripple of laughter going through her class.
That's a very good joke, Carrot Top. But no, these are lingonberries. While normally native to Elkheim, there's a small patch here in the Whitetail Wood when traveling.
Tomatoes! Shirley paused, staring at her friend. A goofy grin was swirling plastered across her muzzle, like her constant references to Carrot was some kind of hilarious joke. With a bright smile on her own face, she turned back to her foals, trying to forge ahead.
When traveling elk merchants passed here 2 decades ago. Now, the lingonberries were cultivated for preserves. Many wild creatures also eat them, such as carrots!
The students laughed again. Shirley, maintaining her teacher mask, smiled.
Raccoons! Raccoons? Carrots! Possum and carrots. And squirrels.
Shirley fizzled with an exasperated sigh, firing a glare at her friend's way while her students were busy laughing their tails off at the back and forth between teacher and guide. She almost did a double take at the very strong and impressive Ditsy. Carrot Top's eyes were doing it at the moment. That combined with the loopy grin was enough to make her worried indeed.
Alright, every pony,
she sighed, surrendering to the inevitable.
Let's go back to the schoolhouse
and find Trixie to figure out what the tatars is going on here, she thought.
I think this is the last one,
Lyra declared, leaning to Carrot Top to calm down the stairs. Shirley walking along behind her. It took the group a few hours to run through Ponyville and round up all the Carrot Top clones. Explained to the ponies that they had been bothering what was going on.
Thank Luna,
Bonnie exclaimed, throwing her hose in the air.
I'm not sure I could take too many more of these.
Lyra couldn't blame the librarian for her frustration. These ponies seemed to be completely devoid of common sense, following the whole idea of help in ways that seemed only to make sense in their own minds. 6 Carrot Tops were currently milling around the basement, not saying much except when they asked if any pony needed any help. Lyra, Ditsy, Raindrop, Shirley, Trixie, and Twilight formed a huddle on their side of the room.
Alright, Trixie sighed. Any conclusions we've worked out so far?
None of these are the original, Raindrop said simply. They're all acting goofy.
Yeah, Trixie nodded, running slightly. What are these things, though?
Well, I can't say what exactly they are, but... Twilight interjected, perking up. After you dropped off the first two, I began to notice something.
Oh, you don't sparkle.
Trixie nodded, listening for Twilight to continue with a hoof.
They might have some kind of high mind. Got proof of that?
Trixie asked, her eyebrow raised.
It does sound kind of far-fetched. A mental link would radiate some kind of divination magic, normally.
Well, at the very least, they seem hyper-aware of what's going on around them. Twilight carried, arm glowing as he floated a book over to her. I noticed them picking up on things that weren't exactly looking at. And I do have a quick way to find out. Trixie, if you could stand in front of a group there? Shrugging, Trixie acquiesced, trying over to collect some triceratops. Twilight walked over to them, leaning over to where raindrops and the air still waited.
Can you line up there?
Twilight asked, pointing a spot on the floor between her and Trixie. Once they were in place, Twilight opened the book to a page displaying a bird, held it up to the copy, making sure none of the others could see. Waiting a moment or two, she lowered the book and nodded to Trixie.
Ask her what the picture was. What was the picture that Twilight showed?
Trixie asked, eyebrows still raised suspiciously.
Robin!
They all said, save for the one that shot carried in the back.
Okay.
Raindrops piped up.
How do you explain stuff like that, though? You all have them have mine, but they all keep acting weird. And annoying. Really kind of annoying.
No, Lyra commented, tapping her chin. I wonder if they're like that because it's a hive mind. Idly waving to Huff at her friend Sarah, she continued. Like, when you have a whole orchestra trying to read off one copy of sheet music, ponies are gonna miss notes.
So, where's the original?
Dizzy inquired, frowning deeply.
Don't suppose any of us checked your home?
Carrot Top looked front up from the mayonnaise she was making for her salad at the sound of a knock on the door. Dropping to whisk at the table, she tried out the front door. I was wondering when you were all going to get she began, expecting to be greeted by her erstwhile copies. She trailed off to silence when she was actually greeted by the frowning faces of her friends.
We need to talk,
Trixie frowned.